Hi, welcome to AntLab Games. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
Today we're playing Ice. The Ice Unlimited, technically.
Yes.
So Ice Unlimited is a second edition of the original Ice game, where players take on the roles of explorers or expedition leaders, where you'll be traversing an ice-filled world and digging down in search of artifacts to bring back to the great city and get the most renown.
Yes.
So Ice in its core is essentially an action selection game. I guess you could action point usage.
I was going to say, yeah.
And you'll also be doing set collecting. Is really the main crux of it, right?
Yeah.
So we'll be traversing this icy landscape with our expedition leaders, leveraging the help of the archeologists that are out on the board, these little white tokens.
Kind of roaming.
Yeah, they're roaming archeologists. Yeah,
They're looking for
I'll give you a little
leadership.
closer view. And using these campsites to call our leaders out and to call other archaeologists out and around. We'll be excavating ice, digging down. There's 3 layers of ice. The top layer is going to provide us with one-time action abilities. The second and third layer are progressively more valuable artifacts that we'll be collecting.
Yeah.
We only have 4 days to get this done, which is pretty quick because we're going to be running through a lot of actions, and we have 5 what they call expedition points on our player boards that we're going to get to spend throughout the day, with a limit of 1 to 2 per turn.
Yes. Although we may be able to do more things on each turn, but we'll explain that as it happens.
Yeah, the whole premise of this game and the whole strategy is essentially to get as much done with as little actions as possible.
Exactly.
Well, little expedition points as possible,
yeah.
right? Leveraging the free abilities of your artifacts. In most cases, they're free, but they're not always. Or on the top ice layer tiles that you've collected throughout the play.
Yeah.
But so we'll be going through it. We'll explain the actions as we do them.
Yeah.
This into full disclosure. Yeah.
Quick note.
Quick note.
This is not a rules video. This isn't like a how to play video.
Nope.
You might learn something as you watch, but we really hope you kind of walk away with just a feel for how the game plays. We may not do everything exactly perfectly when it comes to strategy. That's our choice.
Yeah.
There's going to be some things that just like when you're playing a game, you might miss strategy-wise. So, leave your comments, yell at the screen, whatever you want to do. Just like you are when you're watching, I guess, like a horror movie or something like that.
So if you see us do something, you're like, well, why didn't they do that? It's not because the rules tell us not to do that. It's because we either forgot that we could do it.
Because we are human.
Or we just chose not to do it.
We're pretty good at this stuff, but we're not perfect.
Yep. So there will be rules mistakes. There's no doubt. There will be strategic mistakes. There's no doubt. This is not an official rules video. And we say this in full disclosure because do not expect this to be 100% accurate rules-wise, right?
Yeah.
That's not the case. We're doing a playthrough, and our playthrough videos show you how a game plays, gives you a feel of the game. It is not there to teach you how to play it, even though most people try to use it as a teaching tool.
Unless we do official how to play, in which case it'll say official how to play all over it.
Right.
And you'll know.
That's where we make sure we get it
difference,
100% right, and we work with the publishers over an extended period of time, and we put a lot of man-hours into it. This is just a playthrough.
Yep.
So let's call it what it is. So with that said, you're looking at the board. We're going to be set, like I said, we're going to be moving around. We're going to be paying expedition points from our supply each round. We'll start with 5 to move our expedition leader around, to pay costs for digging. We'll explain all of those little things as we go. You want to just real quick just name the things that we can do?
I'll name our actions really quickly. So we can, for example, build a camp. We've each got one camp here. We have a neutral camp in the supply as well as one already out on the board. That'll help us to call our leaders back and also call archaeologists to camp, which is another action worth 1 EP. We can plan, which is to we essentially take
a plan token.
A plan token, which will give us an extra EP to use on the next round.
Next
day round. We can overwork, which we'll explain when we get to it, if we get to it. We can move at a cost of 1 per tile. And then most importantly, I think we can excavate. That's like the crux of the game.
We can excavate.
Excavation we'll cover as we get to it, but it can range from 2 to 3 EP, and it could go down to free.
Zero.
Zilch.
Yeah.
So that's the idea, is you really want to be excavating for free. But that'll depend on what's on the tile that you're excavating.
That's correct.
We can study, which will gain us one of these little study tokens. Little hexes,
depending on
which is just a symbol that represents one of the artifact classes, I guess you could say. And that's important because we have some goals throughout the game that we're going to be trying to achieve at endgame, awarding us lots of points. That's how you're going to get your points in this game, for the most part. So
I will move this over to the goals.
Ah, very nice.
So that you can see what we're looking at here.
Yeah, so these are our
endgame
goals. They have a name.
Yeah. So they will have, and you go ahead and explain what each one of them is, and I'll give you the actual name of it.
Yes, they have a name. So this one, you'll see this as we pull artifacts out, each one has one of these symbols on it. So this goal just wants us to collect different artifacts of the same type.
Decrees.
Decrees, yeah. We want to collect different artifacts of the same type or the same color, but with different symbols on them, and we'll get points awarded to us based on how well we can do that. We want to collect these anima. So as we dig through the ice and collect these study tokens, the artifacts are going to have either 1 or 2 pips worth of anima, and this just says that for each pip worth of anima we have, we're going to get 1 point. And finally, this tile is just for study tokens. So however many study tokens we have, we're going to get 1 point for each of those. Each of these decrees is, you can't see it probably, but it has a little infinity symbol, so we can collect on these as many times as those things occur.
Yep.
And then we also both have 2 kind of hidden goals.
These are requests.
These are requests, I guess, from our cities or from our places where we're coming from. And they're essentially the same type of thing, except we can only complete them once, and they're a little bit harder.
Yeah, they are harder. So just to give you an example of the 2 I chose. So we dealt 4 and we kept 2. Basically, I can collect either one of these color artifacts, and as long as I get 3 animus worth of them, I'll get 5 points. And now that's a one-time, you dedicate those artifacts to this, and I can't use those artifacts to achieve another one. This one could be either blue or green, and it has to be a 2 anima value, which is the bottom layer, so I got to get down deep.
Yep, and same here. So I have a very similar one to the one that's up in the decree section, but it's a very specific type of artifact I have to match, and then I need to collect a total value of 3 anima in this
yellow artifact.
Type of artifact. You're not supposed to see them. I was trying to be discreet.
I see them. And that's okay. This is a demo.
It's okay.
This
game
is a demo.
I'm just joking.
So basically, with the setup, you obviously set up the 3 layers of tiles. You put them in randomly, all face down. And then you place one archaeologist on each tile that has a cave or a cavern, whatever you want to call it, right? These tiles have rifts, meaning you cannot cross the rift, so you can't move from here to here. But you could move from here and then over to here. So you got to look at the adjacency sides and take into account those limitations. Additionally, the camp tile in the center is where the main neutral camp starts with one dude. And that's really it. The only other difference with the 2-player game is that there is an extra action called the fluent move, and once per day you can move up to 2 tiles for 1 EP versus 1 tile per 1 EP.
Right.
That's it. That's the only real difference. But we're gonna be playing 4 days. Spending once you spend up to 1 to 2 EPs on your turn, and then it's the other player's turn.
Yep.
We're gonna go back and forth until we're both out. You're gonna perform an end of day action, which we'll explain. And then you'll do a prep for the next day, and then you go into the next day. 4 days. Let's hit it.
All right. So I'm going to start by putting my camp out. So I'm going to spend 1 EP to put my camp, build a camp out here. And that just lets you put your camp out, and you can put your leader out as well. And then for my second action, I'm going to move up to this tile here. Now, when you excavate, like I said, it's going to be 2 to 3 EP. But that cost is reduced by 1 for your leader or an architect that's sitting there.
Or an archaeologist.
I always call them architects. I don't know why. They're not building igloos.
They're not building it. They're actually destroying it. Now look, I know you have a lot of trouble. This is a digging tool.
Yeah.
This is or a guitar pick for what?
It's a guitar pick. It's an ice pick.
Yeah, it's ice pick. That's really what it is, and that'll help you dig out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at how easy that was.
Wow.
Instead of watching you fumble for tiles.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put these guys up here for now, just to show you how this works. So this first layer of tiles contains no artifacts, but it's kind of contains like extra bonus stuff you can do, and some of them are very similar to your artifact bonuses. So this one says, and I'll just read it out. You don't have to spend it now. You can kind of keep it in your supply, but just so you understand. Do I have a zoom up on this? There you go. Place 1 archaeologist on the tile of your leader and on the tile of another leader. That's great. I'm not going to use it now. I'm going to hold it off to the side.
These are one-time free actions.
One-time free actions. And then you need to evenly distribute the your leader and any archaeologists on the tiles that are underneath. So you can start to see 3 new tiles poking through like this.
Right.
Pretty cool, right?
Yep. So you just have to allocate them as evenly as you possibly can.
Yeah.
That's it.
So I've spent 2 EP. I can't do anything else.
So your turn's over. Yeah. So our turn's done. Now, if you can continue to do free actions, have at it. But once you spend your 2 and you have no more free actions to take, your turn's over. So I will also start by spending 1 to call. Actually, what's it called to put the tent out?
Build a camp.
Build a camp. That's what I'm doing. So it has to be on an empty tile. I think I'll probably. There's a lot of peeps up top.
I know.
So there's no placement rules outside of just anywhere you're that there's an empty tile. So I'll put my camp here, and my dude goes out there. All right. Another thing to note that we didn't do is that each player board has a asymmetric ability, and you would normally start with 3 RPs. That's your reputation point tokens. For my guy, and yours would start with 1. But we're not using their asymmetrical abilities, so we're not starting with any.
Yeah.
So that was my first action, first EP that I spent, expedition point. I can spend another. I'll spend another to move. I'll move here. Like if I wanted to just dig here, it would cost me more than I can afford. And also remember, I can't move down because I can't go through that rift. So I'm going to move over here to this guy and then spend the 2. You know, it costs 2 EP to dig up a top layer tile, but because of the 2 tokens on there, it's going to be free. So it's a free action. I'll flip this over. I got another. I got a tile here that says move all archaeologists from one tile to one of the adjacent tiles. So I can use that as a free action at later time. I will split these guys up as well when they drop down. So that's my 2. Your turn.
Okay, I'm going to spend an EP and move here. Boop. And I will excavate this for free. Okay. And that's the exact same one that I had the last time, so I can allocate lots of stuff. Now he can go here. He's got to go here, right?
Yeah.
On the ice
Unfortunately,
rift or
you
whatever
can't put
it
them
is.
together. That's like called the edge. It's like the edge of the board.
Edge.
They're not tiles. It's just the edge.
Actually, I'll switch them.
Okay.
Because that way I can move once again. I can move here and excavate this one too.
Yeah, you can.
You know what I mean?
And then drop him down.
And I'll put him here. Okay. Move all archaeologists from one tile to one of the adjacent tiles. Cool. I'll save that too. And that was that my 2?
That was your 2.
That was my 2 actions.
Yep.
Okay.
So I will take an action and move up here. And free action. So 1 EP to move up here. Free action to excavate. Place 1 archaeologist in the tile of your expedition leader, and then another one. So I will drop. I'll drop him there and him there. Maybe. Ooh, I don't like this. I'll go like that, actually. Like that.
Okay.
What I'm going to do with my next EP is study, and I'm going to study this, and I will grab a yellow artifact study token. So now, if you find the matching one, this will go in my inventory, and now I have 1 anima's worth of knowledge on yellow artifacts.
Okay.
And you need 2 anima's worth of knowledge to actually
use it.
All
right, I'm going to spend 1, and I'm going to use my 2-player version thing to actually move 2. So I'm going to move. Well, let me show you what I'm doing more closely here. I'm going to go 1 here, and then I'm going to pick this guy up for 2 and move him here.
Yep.
And again, I'm doing that with 1 EP only because we've got that special 2-player thing.
The fluent move.
So I'm going to excavate this tile for free.
Okay.
And then I'll distribute those in a second. Move up to 2 archetypes from a tile to a tile with a camp. Okay. And I will move this guy here, and this guy has to stay we'll move him there. Okay. All right. I can't do anything else because this costs 3, right?
Yeah, so the next 2 layers cost 3 as a base, 3 EPs. So you're going to need 3 characters on there in order to do it.
Yep.
Okay, what I'm going to use first as a freebie is place 1 archaeologist on your expedition leader, and you also put another one on another expedition leader, so I have to give it to you. So that tile's used up and it's gone. Next, I'm going to do the same thing you did with a double move. So I'm going to move for my last EP. I'm going to move 1, scoop him up, and then move up here.
Yep.
Now, this is going to cost me... I can't move. I can move up here because I can come in from over there on that little corner. So you see how it's not blocked anymore?
Yes.
If on that tile. So I've got 3 value of people to excavate. This is only a 2 value, but because it has a tent on it, it actually is it's going to cost me 1 additional, and it also costs 1 additional if you have this nanotech on it, which is just like stones.
Mountains.
So I'm going to tear this tile up, excavate it, and then drop everything down. So I'll separate all the dudes like that, and I'll put the camp here with me. Why not?
Yep.
So I've got this tile now. Discard. Without looking underneath, 1 fully uncovered tile with no. So this allows me to discard just a fully uncovered tile with no expedition leader on it if I wanted to. I think I just basically just go and break a tile.
Okay.
So I may actually do that, and I'm going to destroy this one. So this one doesn't get looked at; it just gets off the board.
Okay. I forgot. I should have done my.
Your end of end of year.
But it doesn't matter anyway.
So just walk through it.
So at the end of the year, we do.
the day. Sorry.
Or the day. Sorry. At the end of the day, we have the ability to look at this river that we're going to throw out there, right?
Yes, but we have no RPs
victory points to spend.
So
yeah, these are extra gold cards, which I will need more of now. These are extra gold cards that you can purchase for 1 VP, 1 RP, whatever,
point.
a victory point.
Yep.
But what's going to happen is we will start to gain RP throughout the game when we take our artifacts off of our board and like load them onto our ship, which is just taking them off of our board. But that isn't happening right now. So I've got nothing to spend. I don't want to buy anything anyway. So I'm just going to reset this to 5 and call it a day.
Okay.
And you're saying, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do my reset. And now we change player order.
Yeah.
So I get player marker, player 1. Now at the prep phase of the next day, we'll start flipping over these logbooks. So what does that one say?
All right, so we have prismatic flow. Place an archaeologist from the reserve on each prismatic artifact tile.
Okay, prismatic artifact tiles
like
are the
that
multicolored ones. So that
one.
one here and one here, and I believe that's it. That's been revealed. So that's the first logbook event. That's it. Now we jump back into the action here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all archaeologists, use my freebie, move all archaeologists from one tile to another adjacent. So I'm going to grab these 2 and bring them in here. So now there's 3 of us, and this is going to be a 4-bagger to do. So I can spend 1 EP to pay for the cost to excavate this prismatic tile. I'm going to need the ice pick. So we're digging this tile. It works really well, actually.
I know. I was skeptical.
We got to do the displacement, so I'll drop these guys. Let's see, I'll put him there, put the camp here, and like that. That seems fair, right?
I think the camp goes away, doesn't it?
I think the camp stays. I think it goes only when you destroy a tile, when it collapses, I believe.
Okay.
So what did I do? I excavated this prismatic artifact. So now the prismatic artifact will come back to my board, and because it's a wild artifact, so to speak, and you notice it has 1 little anima point on it, I can make it any color I want. And I obviously want to make it something that's going to benefit me this round. So I'm probably, and to give you guys an idea of what these artifacts do, they each have a special ability. So the white ones allow you to pay 1 EP to move 1 archaeologist from each adjacent tile onto your expedition leader, which I may actually do that because I could use those guys right now to help me.
You gonna move with them?
You follow what I'm saying? Because I'm just trying to figure out if I want to do that. If you make it a blue tile, you can add 1 EP to your reserve, so you get an extra ability point. The yellow one allows you to, after you excavate and allocate your archaeologist, you can take 1 from the reserve, an archaeologist, and place on your expedition leader, which is nice. The green one, you collect the tile at the moment one's being discarded from the board, and they discard when they collapse, and we'll show you how the collapse works. And then, like I said, the prismatic can count as any type of artifact. The red one is exactly what I played before from that special ability, but it's just discard a fully uncovered tile from the board.
Right.
So where your expedition leader is located, though, that's a little bit different than what I played. So in any case, I'm going to make it the white one because I want to actually pay an EP. So this will be my second EP. To flip it. Actually, I can't because I don't have 2 animas worth, which is problematic. So I'll spend my next EP to just study green. So now I have a green symbol.
Study token.
Yep. I'll leave it at that. So it is your go.
All right. Well, I'll start by excavating this tile for free because I have 3 guys on there. Yeah?
Yeah, that's for 3.
So that's a yellow one. He'll come over here. And everybody else drops down. Now, is there a rule about this? Can I put these? That's technically 2, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I think that's.
It looks
I think
like
it's
2.
legal. We're saying
Unless
it's legal.
these are split. They might
They're
be
not,
split.
are they?
Yeah, I think that little river
they're
between the
split.
2.
There's no river.
You
Oh,
see
is
how
that a
these are
river?
split just like that? It's just art.
All right, whatever. Here
Yeah.
you go. Whatevs, man. I'm thinking if that's where I want to put my leader. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually going to do like, well, yeah, I'm going to do it like this. Like that. Because that way I'm going to spend 1 EP and I'll do my free crazy move and go 1, 2.
Yep.
Now I've got 3. So normally
This is 3, but it has
It
a
is
tile on
3?
it. But it has a tile on it, so it's going to be 4.
it is going to be 4. Oh.
So you can excavate a tile with 1 other tile covering it. And that tile above it will collapse.
Yeah.
Because you're digging out from
All
under
right,
it. So to
let's
speak.
back this up then. Here. Where did this guy go? He was here. Right? I'll just go like 1, 2 then. You know? And I'll just excavate this for free. Capiche?
Okay.
And then that guy goes there, and this guy can come here. And move all this to one of the adjacent tiles. Okay. And now I can excavate this.
What did you just excavate?
No, I can't. What? I just did this tile here.
Right.
on
And
top.
you were up there? How did
What do you mean I was up there?
How did you allocate the 3 guys?
What?
Because
There-
you've
I
got
had
2
2
guys on one thing.
I just dropped him down.
Right, but
This guy was on there already. Look.
I'm trying to see what you did. Sorry.
Here. All right. Let's replay this here.
Yeah.
Instant replay.
I just want to make sure. This is
was
what
like, oh my goodness. I'm going to lose it. This was like this. I went 1, 2.
You didn't carry that guy with you?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Okay, that's fair.
Because then he'd be pointless. You know? So that's why I did like that.
You have to do like that.
Why?
Because you can't put one on a guy that's already there.
Oh. Okay.
You have to allocate equally between the 3. So if there is one left behind, you can't use that to put your guy on him.
Oh.
That's what I was saying.
Okay. Okay. All right, then I'll spend my second, right, to go here, and I'll excavate this one. Cool.
Yeah.
And I'll go like this, right? Everybody's on their own quadrant or whatever. Is this? Okay, I've got a lot of these, man. Okay, and I'll use one of these. I have so many of these tiles. Look how many of these I have. Okay, so I'm gonna use this one. Move all. See, it's like all of one. That's not really great.
Right.
But I'll use this one. Place 1 architect or archaeologist or
Archaeologist.
what is it? Is this an archaeologist?
You know, someone who digs.
On the tile of my leader and 1 on your leader.
All right, so 1
there
each.
and there.
All right.
Okay. That's it. I think I spent 2, so you can go now.
All right.
And I spent my extra point, which we'll just have to remember because there's no way to really remember that.
I'll go I'm going to do my fluent movement, which is going to be 1, 2. I'm going to bring him with me. So you can carry up to 3 archaeologists with you when you move. So that's my first move. I'll spend 1 more point to move the whole crew up here. Boom. So it's me and 3. Now this one costs 3 to excavate because it is the nanotuck. So then these guys fall down. So it's going to be 3, and my guy's actually going to go where I want him to. So I'll put him on that one. And this one says, move your expedition leader for free to any tile. Wow, that's crazy. But those are my 2, so you can go ahead.
Okay.
And I can't afford that.
All right.
Because it's going to cost me 4.
Okay, I'll spend 1 to move these guys here. Excavate this.
Oh, you got yourself a red one, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I'll leave this. So this guy has to hang out on the ice.
He does, unfortunately.
All right. And then I will study for 1.
Study. Which color?
Red. 'Cause
Red.
I'm sitting on red.
And here's your red study token.
Thank you. And
Oh, you want to do your end of day?
well, no, you went first. I only spent 1 point.
Oh, okay.
I only moved once. And I'm just trying to think of what I want to do because I also have this red thing now I can use.
Mm-hmm.
Adjacent to how your expedition leader is located. Perfect. So I'll spend 1 more and move, maybe. I'm like near all this weird water. I'll go here. And I'll end my turn there. So I still have 1 more turn. You go next.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to spend my last point, move him up here, and spend the 2. It's free, so I'm going to the 2 points to drop down, and I'll drop him there, and I'll drop him there. Boom, boom. And I have this token. It says your next excavation this turn costs 1 less. Outstanding. You know what? I'm going to put him here and him here instead. All right. I'm not going to do anything else, but I'm done with my round. So I will go ahead and now here's my opportunity. So
you can offload your
I
stuff.
can buy some things, or I can offload some things, and I can also offload artifacts. So I'll be sending these to my ship. And the only way to score them later is to send them to your ship. So I'm not going to do that now because I want to be able to use this, and I shouldn't have put it on this because I couldn't use it because I don't have a 2 pip value. See, I like the yellow's good, and the green I have these, so I can power them up. Collect a tile at the moment, and yeah, see, that's not really good for me right now. So Harmony is the yellow. After excavating and allocating the archaeologist, take 1 archaeologist from the reserve and place on your guy's token, which isn't really good. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm going to make it yellow for this next turn, and I'm not going to do anything with the card. So your go.
Okay.
You spent this token, this tile,
Yeah.
to give us each an archaeologist.
Yes.
Boom. Next one is you're going to spend your...
I flipped my red ability, my red artifact, to discard a fully cleared off tile, which moves my camp back to my board. Now I'm left with 3 here on this fully uncovered tile, so it won't cost me any more to excavate it. It's just going to cost 3.
Correct. All right, there we go.
Okay, we cool.
Yep.
And then I will land this guy here, and this guy can go there, and that guy can go
Deal with that.
there. Yeah, that works. And I could put this down somewhere. Where would I like it to go? The EP is cool. I was like, what do I want to work on, you know? Green. I guess I'll put it here in the blue section. We'll make it blue.
All right, very good.
I'm not done yet though, so I haven't spent any action points, so I still have 1 action point left, and I will study yellow.
There you go. Do your end of turn.
Okay, I am going to keep my tiles on my board. Flip this back.
All right, we refresh to 5. 5 EP. You're player 1.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, I may actually move this down here for 1 VP or
All right,
RP,
so you're
whatever.
sending it to the ship.
Yeah, I'm sending it to the ship. And the reason I'm doing that is because you can only send 3 tiles. So if, like, next round I end up with more tiles, then I can move off my ship. That's not going to be good.
Yep.
And also this, like, counts for, like, anything, so it's good. And I'm player 1, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're going to reveal the logbook?
Yes, it is. Each player can take an artifact study token he doesn't already have. If all players have 5 types, they can take 2 RP instead.
All right, I'll take the white one. Which one do you want?
I'll take the... it doesn't really matter. I'll take a blue one, I guess.
The blue.
Sure.
There you go.
Thanks.
All right. I believe it's your turn.
All right. I will start by doing this. So I'm going to move all the archaeologists from one tile to an adjacent tile, which I'm just going to put them here. And then I'm going to spend 1 to move here and do this thing. Yeah, so I guess I actually should have probably loaded up my red too. Can I do that?
Yeah, retroactively?
Yeah.
Sure.
So is that how that works?
Is the red single pip or double pip?
This one?
Yeah.
Single.
All right, then you get 1. Like
Yeah.
I gave you.
Like, is that how that works then?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So there's that. And for my next trick, yeah, maybe for my next point, I will do go 1, 2. I'll go 1, 2. I'll use my fluid movement.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do this thing to demolish that tile. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes by. And now I can dig this up for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just have all these like floating guys. So it's like when you move in here though, like, so it's the rivers you're saying that
Yeah,
splits
it's
them?
like they're split.
It's kind of weird. So like, are these guys on the same tile then, or?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. It's a little weird. Okay, that guy comes here. Okay. That's it. So that's 2 for me. Your turn.
Okay. This first is going to be to move here. I've got 3, but I'm going to spend this one to make my excavation cost 1 less this turn. So this is going to collapse, because normally that would be 4, and I have 3. So then they're going to excavate this guy. So now I'll bring that to my guild board. And I will drop all of these guys down. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe I'll go 1, 2, and then 1. I could do that. Does that make sense? It's tough. Actually, that's good. So that was my first point, right? Now I'm going to spend this one. Move your... No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to flip this over, my white artifact, and use it. And what that does is allows me to pay 1 EP. So I'll let my second EP for this turn to move each archaeologist to me. And that's my second one, so I'm done.
Oh yeah, 1 from each adjacent tile. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. I've got like all these guys floating out in the ice. I don't know how to get them. I'm like You can't like.
You know what?
They're not on tiles,
Let me
okay.
reverse that. I'm gonna have them fall this way. I'm gonna spend my. No, I'm not. I can't. Oh yeah, I can do my yellow, which will be when I excavated that tile. I can bring an archaeologist to my expedition leader while flipping that one, the yellow, and then I'll flip the white and pull these guys into here for next turn.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I just want to have a power play, so I just want to hit that tile.
Yeah.
So your go.
Okay. When I place my camp, do I have to place my leader there?
Or a archaeologist.
I can put an archaeologist there?
Instead, yeah.
Okay. I thought so. I just...
You can put your camp anywhere on the board.
Yeah. Okay. I'll spend a point to put my camp here.
And
I'll
bring an
pull
archaeologist.
No, actually, I'm going to bring my leader here.
Okay.
I was just thinking of my options, that's all. And I'll spend a point to move there and excavate. Excavate a thing for free if my leader is on it. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. And I will go here like that.
Okay.
Your turn.
Spend 1 point to move my archaeologists and my leader here, all three of them. And this is going to be a 4-bagger because it's got a tile on it, so that will collapse. And we will excavate this yellow artifact, and we will drop 3 down, and I'm going to drop him there.
Okay.
And now I have a yellow, so you just stack the yellows on top of each other. And I get one more, right?
I have no idea.
I do. I have one more. So I'm going to spend 1 to grab a planning token for next turn. Your turn. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to spend it to just move here. Now it's your turn.
Okay, I'll start by flipping this.
Hold on. Sorry. Hey, you made reversals too. Instead of spending that point to move, I'm going to spend this. Move your guy for free to any tile. So I'll move him here.
Okay.
And now I'll spend my point to move him and him back to here and get a free excavate this turn. Like, why not?
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's a better play. Boom. And I can drop these guys. 2, 3. And now I have another yellow. Man, I got a lot of yellow tiles.
Okay. I flip my blue tile so that I get an extra EP this turn. So I've got actually 2 to spend. And I will to a tile with a camp. Yeah, I should have done that before I moved the camp, or before I did the camp thing last time. Before I moved my leader off the camp, that's what I was trying to say. Oh well. No, I can't really get back there. Yeah, I'm in quite a pickle.
You're in a pickle?
Yeah, it's not good. It's like all I can do is like excavate that thing. I don't really want to. I just want to get off this ice and like get some hot chocolate inside or something. You know what I mean? I could do... I can't even like go 3 really. So I could go.
Try to get you a little clarity on the edge tiles, but
It's like I pushed all these guys out there, and I will be honest. Reading this book, I do not understand like how these people function. Like how do you get them? Like, do they count as adjacent? Like, I don't understand any of it.
they're considered as tiles.
Yeah, but that makes no sense. They should have lines between them. Then you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would agree, but they're basically considered as tiles. That's why I kind of put a fake edge in there.
I know. Yeah, it's just like graphically, it's weird,
deceiving. Yeah,
especially because like right here, like is this one tile?
Yeah, I agree.
Or
And
is it two?
I'm on a
You know
tile
what I mean?
here with it looks like I could grab this guy as part of my tile, but he's technically like if you were to draw a line there, that's where he would be. All right.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be a little weird. I'm gonna go 1, 2. I'm gonna spend 2 points and move 1. Do I want to carry that guy with me? No, I'm gonna go here for 2. Okay. Then I'm going to move up to 2 archaeologists from a tile to a tile with a camp. So it's got to be from a tile.
Yeah. Any
Which
tile.
These don't count. Like
Edges are
this
treated
is
as
not a
tile. That's one tile. That's two separate tiles, I would think.
Yeah, because we don't know. Well, so I guess I'll just take 1 then, because we're deciding all these have 1 tile on them, or 1 guy on each one, right? So I'll move 1 guy. It's kind of a waste, but whatever. It is what it is. And then I will spend this, like, move all architects from 1 tile to an adjacent tile. So I'll move all these guys here, and then I'll excavate
What
this
about
for
that
free.
guy?
He's not adjacent.
Yes, he is.
It's from an adjacent tile.
Oh, one adjacent tile.
Adjacent tile.
So he technically is adjacent, just not.
Just I picked this tile instead of this tile. That's what I was trying to do. Because this is going to be a 3. And now these guys, does it have to be evenly distributed like this?
You
But
got
what
it.
about my guy?
Put him anywhere you want.
Okay. But what if I wanted to put my guy here and put that guy there? I can't do that?
I think you can.
Because I do want to do that.
That's fine.
When you excavate, split 2 additional architects on the tiles underneath. Okay. I'm also going to do this, which is my harmony. After excavating and allocating the archaeologist, take 1 archaeologist from the reserve, place it next to your leader.
Okay.
So he is there. I got this thing. And that is it. That's all I can do.
All right, so do your end of turn. Are you trading any in? And are you buying cards from the river? We haven't done yet.
Yeah, I might. Why don't you put them out?
Yeah, so we're gonna put 2 cards plus one per player. So we're gonna put 4 cards out in the offer. We could buy a card for 1 RP.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm screwed on this one. It's like I don't like this push thing where I'm like, well, yeah, let's try to do more stuff that I'm not going to be able to meet. Because you lose 2 points if you can't meet these. You know what I mean? I'll do this one here for 1 RP.
Okay.
Okay.
So reset you to 5,
Yep, you
and
get
then
first player.
you trading any in?
Yes, I will trade in. I'll trade in this one.
All right, then you get 1 RP. All right, so I'm gonna spend my last point, and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna do my double move. I don't think I did it this time.
Actually, I'm going to trade in 2.
1, 2.
Can I have another point? Thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna go back up to 5 points. I'm gonna actually trade in 1, 2. Do I want to trade in all 3? No, I'm gonna trade in 2 of them and grab 2 EPs. I should probably trade in 3. Yeah, I'll put that there. I'm gonna trade in 3. Get 3 points. 3. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any cards, man. I don't want to press my luck. Rather just get the points. So on player 1, I am reset and ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my first Yeah, do your flip the.
Oh, yeah.
This is the last round.
Yes. Place an archaeologist on each Nunatech tile.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah.
these are all the mountain-looking ones.
Yeah.
Those are the rocks.
Like 5 more.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, I'll spend my first point to move 1, 2. I'll do my double move. And then from here, it's going to cost me 4 to do this one. So I will spend 1 more EP to dig this one up. So I got a green. Drop these guys down. Boom, boom. And put a green here.
Okay.
Green lets me do what? Collect a tile at the moment it's being discarded, actually. I guess I could have, right, at that time?
Yeah.
What is this? Discard 1 fully uncovered tile. That's actually pretty good. So I'll use my green to do that, to grab it, and then I'll use it to immediately crush this one.
Okay.
What's going to happen here?
Yeah.
I think we need to demonstrate this.
Yep.
This
I was
is,
about to do it too, so.
Yeah, this is a collapse now. So if any tile only has one other tile touching it, like this one, it's going to collapse. So anything on it's going to get
It
discarded.
splits off and becomes a glacier.
Yep. This one here collapses. Boom. So that's it. Everything else only has one tile. So we are good. Those are my 2 actions.
Okay. So look at my secrets here. I don't know why I don't have any red tiles around me this time. It's kind of unfortunate for me. I will do. Alright, I guess I'll spend 1, move here, and excavate this guy. There. And then these guys get sorted. Yeah?
It's sorted.
I just don't love that, really. When you excavate, split 2 additional architects on the tiles underneath. Does that mean I can add from the supply?
I think so,
I
yeah.
guess. So I'll do that.
Okay, here.
And I'll put 1 here.
I think they have to be evenly
And
split.
here.
Like
well, there's
everything.
2. What do you mean? They've got to be like that?
I would think.
That's a big assumption. That doesn't help me at all.
Well, it does if you move one, and you've got guys, but I don't know.
Well, I don't want to move that way. Well, then I won't do that. That's not going to help me. Get my tile back. All these little rules, technicalities.
I'm not even sure where that tile went.
It's that like crazy like greenish looking one.
This one?
I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay. So I moved for 1 and excavated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess I'll do this. And I'll do my super move and go 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll use this and put a guy on each of our leaders tiles.
Okay.
And I'll excavate this. Get rid of that.
Destroyed. You take the green.
Take the green. And then I've got 3 guys.
Mm-hmm.
And my person. that's it. Oh, yeah.
Good?
So I can't excavate this at all then.
Not yet, no. It's got too many tiles over
It's
it.
got to be these have to come off.
Yeah, you got to get that off.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
All right. So I will... First, I'm going to use my white artifact, and that's going to bring everybody... Pay 1 EP to move everybody from an adjacent tile into my leader's tile. Spend another EP to move up to here and then
Yeah, I'm screwed this game.
excavate this.
Terrible.
Bring this down. 1, 2, 3, and I'll drop him here. And I have a blue now. Cool, what does blue do? Oh, that gives me an EP. Awesome. So your turn.
I don't even know what I want to do. I'm so, like, screwed. Let's see, what could I do? So I think I might just have to abandon everything that's happening over here, even though I just tried to set it up for myself. The problem is I need red tiles, I'll be honest with you. And I don't have them.
Ooh, okay.
And the ones I do have the same GD symbol on them. So it doesn't even matter.
Gosh darn?
Yes, exactly.
All right.
So it makes me very frustrated. I'm going to move one, move here.
Mm-hmm.
And just get rid of this guy and excavate this.
Take the green.
Take the green.
That's a green one.
This is a yellow one.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it looks green.
Wow.
The color of it.
It's yellow.
I guess it's the print.
Yeah.
It's a very dull yellow. Like a dirty
A dull yellow. All right, there you go. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was one.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my second action.
Now there is an ability you can spend to end your turn, and once you spend it, it ends your turn. It's to be able to turn in 4 artifacts at the end. It costs you an EP, but that's the last move you can make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this whole thing about splitting the additional 2 architects is like garbage, because why would I like put them out somewhere else? You know what I mean?
I guess if you're a little higher up, it kind of will help you hit another layer.
I guess because you can just move on to it.
Exactly.
But,
That's how I look at it.
yeah. All right, I'm going to spend one, my last one for this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to call my leader back to camp.
Okay.
Because he's got to get out from this.
He can go to any camp,
ice.
just so you know. He doesn't have to go to her camp. He can go to any camp on the board.
Yeah, but your camp's not going to help me.
My camp's not in a very good place. No.
Your camp is in a bad place. Not that my camp's in a better place, to be honest with you. It kind of sucks. Because I don't know what I'm going to do out here. Like, there's really nothing for me to do. Like, with one more point, like, what am I going to do? It probably be better for me to not do that and just, like, maybe move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've got this thing that lets me excavate a red tile for free, which would be fantastic if I had a red tile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can I count this as a red tile?
Well, you
since
can
it's random?
do a tent action and make a tent there and just put yourself there.
Yeah, but I still can't excavate anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not technically. But
And I only have, like, yeah, I spent one to move, but you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, you could flip that one, right? And that gives you people. So you could have gone there, pulled your people in.
But I have to pay 1 EP to do that.
Yeah, you do.
But I can't because I already spent one to move. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does the yellow one do again? After
Yellow one
excavating, take one
gives you-
archaeologist from the reserve and place it on your expedition leader's
Gives you an
tile.
extra archaeologist when you excavate.
So like I excavated this, right?
Mhm.
So I could have.
You could do that and give yourself an extra one.
No, because I think I just put that down. That's the tile I
Oh, that's the one you
excavated, so I
took?
can't do that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
assuming. Collect tile at the moment is being discarded from the board. Whatever. I can't do that anyway because I don't have the anima for it.
You could destroy a tile out there.
Yeah, I can. That's what I'm kind of looking at. Adjacent to my
Yeah, that's kind of
person, which is also not great.
Doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help. Yeah, like I could put, again, I can put a tile out. Yeah, because like even if I got up here, like if I put a base out, for example, you know, like I could put a base out, and I just don't have enough. It's whatever. People are getting bored listening to me at this point, and there's not much that I can do. So it's just like now I feel like it has to be perfect, and it's making me stressed out. Just put a camp here. There.
Okay. I will spend 1 point to move onto here and then excavate this one. Drop these guys down. Now I have a blue. I can use the blue to actually get an EP. I'm trying to think of, is there anything that EP is going to do for me? All right, what I'm going to do is then, so I'm going to spend my point. I'm going to move. Should I call my guy? I should call him back. Call him back to this camp for my 1. I'm going to flip over this animus. This not animus, this artifact, and then that gives me an extra EP. And I'll spend that moving here, and then I'll just excavate this tile and see what it does for me.
Oh, something else we haven't been doing, I'm just reading the rules on my phone.
Yeah.
Is that when you reach the edifice layer, which is this bottom layer, we're
Yeah.
supposed to get 1 RP
Oh, okay.
if we're uncovering that. So, I don't
Well,
know.
you'll know how many 2 tiles you have.
I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just got an ability. I was hoping it would be something
Okay.
I could literally use now, but it's not. So, but yeah, I uncovered. I believe I have 1, 2 RP tiles. So I get 2 RPs for that. How many did you pull?
I think I pulled
You
2.
got 1.
I have 2.
2. Yeah, so you get 2 RPs. Fair enough.
Okay. You good?
I'm good. So I'll do my end of round. So I'm going to turn in 3 of these tiles. So I'll turn in 1, 2, 3. Get 3 points.
All right. I am going to do this action, which is to get rid of a tile next to my expedition leader. So that guy's gone. What does he say, actually? Because maybe I'll use this to pull him back. Is that what that is?
Gain 1.
Oh, never mind. I can't do green anymore. It's fine. And then don't want to do that. Okay. And then I'm going to spend my EP to move here. And I'm going to excavate it for free because my leader's on it.
Okay, so that's going to collapse this.
Which this collapses anyway, actually, because it was left.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where those guys go. So he goes
All right,
there.
so that's the end of your day.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more free stuff I can
Choose
do. So
3 you want to keep.
I will keep.
And the rest get discarded because what you don't bring back at the end of this day, you don't score.
This guy. I gotta figure out what I need here. So that guy is good. This guy is not great, but fine. And this guy needs, I think, this one. So that was 1, 2, and 3. I'll bring back. Okay, that should be fine. All right,
Good.
all done.
All right, so now we so you discard everything that's on your board.
Yep.
All your artifacts, they're not going to go anywhere. How many points did you do? You did 3?
What?
You did your 3. So
I did
I'm gonna
3,
give you your
yeah.
points. You get a point per anima.
Yep. Oh, but I had, this one has a 2 value that I took
Yeah,
back.
you know, I did that as well, so I need to get 2 points.
As does this one, so I get an extra point for that too.
All right. So now we score our decrees. So every time you achieve that, you get to score it. So if I have, I only achieved this one once, so I'm going to get 2 points. The yellow one, I should get 1. I think I'll get 2, 3. 3 points in yellow. And then I have 3 points in that. In studies, yeah. Okay. So that's it. What about you?
I have 2 not equal and 2 not equal from a different set.
So you get
I
4.
get 4 for that.
All right.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the yellow dots. Here's a 1.
All right.
And I have 3 study tokens as well.
So I'll take 2 of these.
Yep.
Okay. So now we do our own personal
goals
requests, right?
Do yours
So
first?
yeah. So I need 3. I need a yellow, and a green. And
or 3 yellows or 3 greens, right? And that's
3 dots and
total
3 animals.
Yeah.
So that's right. Just those 2 alone satisfies that. So that's 5 points. This one here, I just need a double green.
Or a double
blue, and I have a double blue. Look at that.
There you
It's
go.
another 5 points.
4 points.
4 points.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. 6 for having a total of 3. Actually, I have 4 anima, so that one I get 6 points for that. What?
I forgot to count my study token for that extra point.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yep. So 6 points for this one. Which is like, I mean, you could even go like that, I guess.
Yep.
My reds. See, I needed like all these different symbols. But I only have 2 that have different symbols, and then I have 1 that has the same symbols. So I guess this is 2
5 points.
plus 1.
Actually, you can only achieve it once.
Right? Yeah, so I get 4.
So you get 4 points. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I figured.
Yeah, your personal ones you can only do once.
Yep. And then this guy just needs 2 different ones.
Yep, of those colors.
Yeah, so
and that's
I have
another
so
4
4
points. So there you go. How many points did you end with?
5, 10, 15, 20, 35.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27. So actually very close.
Pretty close. Yeah. All right.
So there it is, folks. That is Ice Ultimate. This is the second edition. Definitely trimmed down rules, a lot shorter game.
Yeah.
It used to go 7 days. Now it goes.
And I think the ice used to
4?
be 5 layers.
It was 5 layers.
And now it's only 3.
And there was like cities underneath
Too
you would
much,
uncover,
yeah.
and that would signal end game.
Yeah.
But it's become much more of a really short, kind of forcing you to be very efficient with your moves on your turns, and really utilizing the abilities of the artifacts.
Yeah.
And really trying to puzzle out how best to move your expedition leader around the board while leveraging the archaeologists to dig.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah, I think that if the puzzle itself is complex, then like the rules should be not as complex.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's just too
Too
much
much
for the
complex.
sake of being too much, and we don't like that. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, this was. I can't picture it being. We didn't play the first version, but I can't picture like enjoying that at all.
if it's any longer, yeah.
If it's any longer, this
think
was
it-
like the perfect length of time to like kind of spend with the game.
Perfect
and
length, perfect amount of complexity
Yep,
that you want. Because
exactly.
any more complex, and I would have been like I can't keep track of all this stuff.
Because
Right?
it's too much to keep track of.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, and I'm picky at this point now too, because then maybe I'm getting lazy. I don't know, but like, cause I'm like, if I can't tell graphically like where something's supposed to be, I'm just like, ugh, like too many rules, too many little fiddly things. But this is pretty straightforward. I think when this second edition fulfills, you have a nice rule book you can read through. That always makes it harder for us as viewers.
Because we're on our phones, but we're actually consulting the rules on our phones because we printed out part of the rule book. We didn't want to print out 40 pages of color.
They don't pay for toners.
Yeah, they don't pay for toners. So basically, you do the best you can with what you have, right? And rules are mostly final, but not always. And I think we kind of, like I said, we were demonstrating the game as best we could. This isn't a rules video, but you could kind of glean rules from what we did.
Yeah, and I think that like the more you play, the better you'll get at optimizing the strategy.
Yeah.
But I think we did a pretty good job. I mean, I'm
think so,
proud
too.
of our accomplishment here. So
I think so. So this is on GameFound right now. It's already funded. So if you're into it, maybe you have the original and you want to upgrade to the new one, or you don't have it at all and now is the time to dive into it. I'd say go for it. Like this,
Yeah.
it's a really, really pretty game. It's crunchy, thinky. We both enjoyed it. Like,
Yep.
I mean, no, we're not
Yeah.
reviewing it, but at the end of the day, because it's a preview, but it's
Right.
a reprint of
It's
an
a
existing
Like,
game.
It already exists.
Yeah, it already exists. So
yeah.
at the end of the day, yeah, we definitely enjoy this one. It's a lot of fun. Again, it's very crunchy, thinky for what it is. And I do love when I have to be super efficient at trying to do stuff. And you're a big set collector type.
Yes, I
player,
do.
so this has all of that.
This is like pick up and delivery, but you're not delivering.
No, you're just picking up.
You're just
right?
picking up.
So, and you're delivering it to your ship, but theoretically you're just throwing it down. But
Right.
all right, so there you go. If you have any questions, post them down below, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. And if you back the game, let us know as well. We always like to hear that. Well, thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the video. We'll see you next time.
We'll see ya.